Yes, sir. I'm cut from a different cloth. My texture is the best for chinchilla. I've been iller than chain smokers. How the fuck you think I got that name over? I've been a lot of games over. What's happening? What's happening? You did.
Yeah.
The deal? What's that deal? What's that deal? Corey, what's happening? My nigga Tay, what's the vibes? Oh yeah, Sirski. Oh yeah, Sirski. Oh yeah, Sirski. I know what time it is, man. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. What's happening? What's the vibes, man? Corey, what's happening? Tay, what's happening? Y'all hit that motherfucking like, man. Yes, sir. You thought you weren't gonna see me. Shout out to everybody on the kick. Did I start the Twitch up? Or am I tweaking? Okay, shout out to everybody on the Twitch and the Kid Nick. I probably ain't get a chance to even adjust the motherfucking I ain't get a chance to adjust the goddamn title, man. But how y'all feeling, bro? Huh? What's happening, man? What's the vibe? Shout out my nigga Rick. Shout out to everybody on the Kid Nick, man. Man, whoever was here for this one was crazy, right? You know? Let's get in it, man. Let's get in it. Let's get in it. Shout out to everybody in the chin that. So the Lick Podcast. Shout out to the Lick Podcast. I think I'm subscribed to my main channel. Why the fuck? You know, I've seen so many. Maybe because I'm in tune with the movement. Um, I've seen clips of this podcast. I don't think I ever watched one of these whole podcasts, but they had X Phone yesterday. I didn't even see one literal clip of nothing. Um, let's see what's going on with the goings on. Make sure that's on the HD ski. I'm gonna put this shit up a smidget. Let's see. Let's get up.
Hottest pot on the neck. Come on, gang.
Tonight, before we get started, I need everybody to as many that we're here.
I don't even know where
Anything,
to
say it
go.
with your chest tonight, please.
I don't even know where to go. I never seen this. I don't know how this shit is structured. I don't know how it's set up, but fuck it. We're gonna get into it to get into it. Or actually, hold on.
Ask me to relate.
Ain't it some hold on. Cause I ain't see it. I've seen what's in that two gangster for YouTube. I'm gonna see what they cause I think they kind of the fuck. Shout out to Gangster for YouTube. YouTube. Let's see what the fuck happened. X4 was talking. Y'all go sub up. We ain't got time for the bullshit.
Hey, bro, this King friend and brother gonna do. You better not go to the phone.
Who?
Man, why he can't?
Who?
Hey, wait, who is this?
Who?
Wait, hold on.
Who is that?
Wait, hold on.
Let him
Hold
talk.
on.
Let
Let
him
me deal with
talk.
Cut. Let me handle Cut. Who is this?
Oh.
Now, first of all, salute to the Lick podcast for doing
Yeah, shout out to two gangsters for I'm about to say two gangsters for TV, two gangsters for YouTube, and the Lick Podcast.
this inner. According to X4, he never stole that slogan from 4Extra. Matter of fact, he claims that he never even heard that song before. He claims that all of this stuff is just a coincidence.
I got some merch coming out too, Cut. And you know I'm the CEO, Cut, off the back now too, Cut. I might got some off the back merch.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Like, I feel like that's one of the songs right now that's going like crazy viral.
Yeah, let it go super viral, Cut, because I want a big check. Yeah.
You got the trademark or something like that?
Yeah, I'm the CEO. Yeah. Like, you know, off the back. I just like that. Off the back.
X4 said people that glorify jail is stupid. I feel like he was talking about 4Extra when he said that. Because he said that people make it.
Oh, so they beefing for real. Mm-mm-mm.
it look like going to jail makes you tough. But if you got any type of motion, if you're out here making a lot of money, then he said you look stupid going to jail. X4 and 4 Extra are the complete opposite of each other because one is loud and the other one isn't. X4 stay low key because he was on probation. 4 Extra was high key and he was on probation. But now you see X4 back on social media. Now you see him back on No Jumper. Now you see him doing a lot of interviews, and that's because he's finally off probation. But for Extra, he's the complete opposite.
About like jail for me real quick. I feel like there's a lot of people that glorify it. Is it something that you think is cool? You think it's not cool? Can you kind of talk about that for me real quick?
No, jail not cool. That's weak. Like, yeah, if you got some, I mean, if you ain't got nothing going on and you go to jail, I mean, then you know you probably cool in the jail with nothing going on. They go make a jail name for themselves. But if you got something going on, cuz you go to jail, it's like that's bunk. You miss out on the streets, miss out on your family, your money. They made like a certain type of thing where if a nigga go to jail, niggas like tough.
It's like a badge and shit like that.
Yeah, you not tough for getting caught, you dumbass.
X4 said he loves all of his homies, but his loyalty is with the hood first. So even if he bumps head with another member, he will never turn his back against the hood. He will never switch sides. He will never play for another team. He's a 40s baby and he's gonna die a 40s baby. Right now, Sporty Face and 4 Extra is locked up. He's gonna wait till both of them get released, then politic everything behind the scenes. I think both sides agree not to do it on social media. Salute to all sides. Hopefully they get everything straightened out.
I love the homies, cuz, but I'm loyal to the hood. I love the homies, but I'm loyal to the hood. I love the homies, but you fig me? Love can change. Yeah, I might love cuz, but cuz can go tell right now I don't love cuz no more cuz of rap. Cuz Buster, dead homies. But I'm loyal to the hood, so that's way bigger. I'm loyal to the gang. I can never switch jerseys. I can never do no bunk. I'm loyal to the gang. Like a lot of people think I'm from the dark, cuz I'm from the Park. Yeah, I'm up 47th Street, Vermont Square Park.
Mmm. My man. Yeah, them niggas is beefing. I'm just it's confusing because it's like how is niggas beefing and niggas not only is niggas the same shit, rep the same clique, rep the same set. Well, the same set. I ain't gonna say clique. It's like niggas is hot right now, you know? And it can't really be. I mean, 4Extra's locked up, and I'm hearing 4Extra's about to go do some time. Like he violated his parole. I don't know, bro. That shit is a trap though. Parole and probation is a fucking trap. That's why I made that song, No More Probation, bro. Cause that shit is a motherfucking trap. But y'all go sub up. I'm gonna drop a like for Two Gangster and the Lit. I wasn't going through the whole shit, but that shit they, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Where y'all want to go with it next, man? So Screwface. Yeah, let's go to Screwface. Is it Gene, John? I don't know how to say the nigga name. Some motherfucking tweets came out, right? So you know, all right, let me just let you know if y'all don't know. You know, he was beefing with, he was like really frontlining the whole fuck academics after academics was on it. And then, by the way, that kid Nor, you know, he ended up getting caught for scamming. Yeah, it's definitely weird. It's like I don't even understand. Like it's bro, that shit make. That's why I be solo dolo, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I got problem. And it's just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm talking about? So this nigga Screwface John Jean, you know, he was beefing with Academic, and we gonna get the Academics is missing in action too. We gonna go through that too. Um, but so you know, they went through and found some old tweets from him, and where he was saying some shit about some young girls, and it's crazy because it's or ironic because that's the shit he was going in on Academic about. Now I didn't see his. I seen a couple people made responses to it. I never seen his full response. I only seen the clip. So I got it on. I got it sped up. We're gonna move through it. You feel me? Let's see what this thing got to say.
Now, some of y'all may know, some of y'all may not know, but I wanted to address this on my channel one time to make everything super clear. Now, a few old tweets of mine have been resurfacing, and I wanted to address them right here. To give some context, I graduated when I was 19 years old because I started school a little late. And where I grew up, there was all the high schools had daycares that were overpopulated, and the show Teen Mom actually started my senior year. So that whole thing was being pushed at a very high clip. Now, when I first looked at this tweet, I was like, what? So I don't fault anybody who.
Oh, hold on. Let me move my what's the name? Because the way he got his shit set up, right? Let me put my shit up here. So that should say a girl under the age of 18 without kids. That's sexy as hell.
who had the same reaction when they saw
What's
this.
up with niggas, bro?
But as I looked at it closer, I realized the mistake I made. I meant to say a girl over the age of 18 without kids, that's sexy as hell. Now, in 2012, I was tweeting, throwing it up. Nobody knew who I was. I wasn't even looking at it. But I realized that I made a huge mistake. And I know what I was trying to say, but I know what actually was said. So all I can do is take 100% accountability for this and apologize to anybody who read this and got offended in any way. But this is not what I meant. And I think when you watch the rest of this video, you will see that this isn't really what I meant. Now, with that being said, I wanted to actually address the second tweet that I actually said and give it a bit more context because I really think this is just a miscommunication situation. But I do understand if you're reading this just black and white, how some people may construe this as something weird. But I'll
So the tweet say, pussy ain't even good till 18. I mean, how old? What did he say? I mean, he could have been speaking from when he was underage as to now he overage. You know what I'm saying? When he wrote this tweet, he could have been. Well, he said he was. I mean, it could have been a reflection. Like when I was a kid and I was having sex, it wasn't even. But then when I became, I'm gonna let the nigga
break
go.
it down very simply. I lost my virginity at 16 years old. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have no idea what I was doing. It wasn't until 18 that the whole experience even got good. So you got to think, when I was 16, the driving around in the car.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I already know that. WT. I know that because he beefing with him. You know, he beef because he beefed with Akademiks over Akademiks and the kid from Black Boy Max's stream, Nora Nar. You know, that whole shit, the shit that was said in Discord and shit. So I know it's gonna be niggas trying to attack him on behalf of Akademiks. I get it. That's why I was like, let me look at the whole video. I seen a couple responses of other people. You know what I'm saying? I never seen his full response. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me just watch it through and just formulate my own. This one right here could be he's thinking as a grown man, or not grown, but yeah, when he's over 18 at that time, like, damn, pussy wasn't even good. So you know what I'm saying? I don't really look at this one as too, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't really saying nothing. He's not saying and now if you would have said something about if you're older than, you know what I mean, then it would have been different.
Trying to figure out the things that you had to go through to especially when you're learning yourself, you're learning your body. It's really your first couple experiences are not great. And I'm gonna keep it even more real here. At 18, it just got good. I just started understanding what I was doing. It didn't really get great until way after that. And maybe that's just me. But in this tweet, I'm not speaking about I'm speaking about me in my perspective.
Right.
Just switch pussy with sex. You know what I mean? But like I said, if you took offense to that or you saw that and you were upset, I do not blame you. I hope my explanation shows you what I was saying because that is what I meant. But like I said, I'll take accountability for the tweet. Now I want to address these next three all at the same time because they all also have the same, it seems like a miscommunication issue or a context issue. Now this first tweet is to a Twitter that doesn't exist anymore. So all we have to go off of is this statement right here, right? This is the statement that some people are saying is a weird statement. But this statement is quite literally me saying,
What do you mean a Twitter? I mean, he's deleted his Twitter. I'm trying to understand. How is it the same profile picture?
Me saying if you smash the chick over 18, there should be no debate. If we're just going off of this, unless there is some other context to this, and I think that maybe some people thought that this was me responding to the last tweet, but it wasn't. This was I think like a month later. So if you're reading this just on plain paper, black and white paper, this is what I meant. It wasn't meant. That's exactly what I meant. So unless there's some other.
Hold on. Why he not? All right. So what it says is his first one. He said this was deleted. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if the Twitter is deleted. He said it's a deleted Twitter, right? Not tweet. Am I right or wrong? He said at whoever he was at and broke beer, brook beer. If you smash the chick over 18, there should be no debate. I guess he meant laugh out loud. And then he replied to joke the menace. You got young bitches in the boom boom. How many and how old? See, the young bitches thing is kind of. Y'all say he was 20 here. Mm. This summer is fucky. So this still ain't. He ain't put an age on it, but then he said, shout out to all the niggas lacking enough game to pull chicks of age. Hold on. Shout out to all the niggas lacking who don't have enough game. Oh, to pull chicks of age. One big room full of young bitches, sad but true. I mean, he not really saying. Okay, let me.
Context that people, the people who are taking that one specifically in offense, then there's really not much more I can say to that one, because that statement in itself, I don't see the issue with, unless there's some context that I don't have. Like, it's about smashing a chick over the age of 18. So
Yeah,
this second
first
one,
one is.
you got
Grizz?
young bitches in the boom boom room. How many and how old? LOL. It's this summer. It's F these O's. Now, I think what might be happening with this one too is people might be reading this as 33-year-old Screwface Jean tweeting this, but it wasn't. This was 20-year-old Screwface Jean tweeting this, and at 20, we was young niggas, what you would call today YNs. So we was looking for the young. When I'm saying young there, I'm not saying younger. I'm saying our peers, not the oldest, right? So that's what people call this. You was young niggas. Oh, these young niggas. Oh, these young. And the reason why I can say that is later on in the tweet, I say how many and how old. That was an important part of it. How old? If I did not care about that and I was just smashing anything, I wouldn't ask that. There's a reason that I did ask that, because it was important to me. So I hope that gave more context as to what young bitches in the boom boom mean. I think some people see the word young and are thinking underage, but that is not what young means, especially when you're 20 years old to say that. But like I said, without the context, and if you see young and automatically think too young, then like I say, I'll take accountability for that miscommunication, but that's not what I meant. And this last one right here is also another, I think, just a wrong interpretation, right? So it says, shout out to all the niggas lacking enough game to pull chicks of age, ... one big room full of young bitches. LOL, sad but true. This is sarcasm. I think people aren't reading that as sarcasm, and thinking that when I say shout out to all the niggas, that is me making fun of them. It would be no different than if I said, man, shout out to all them bum ass niggas who can't afford the new Jordans though. Yeah, we couldn't.
I get it. I get what he's saying there. See, I don't know why niggas was even. I went through my motherfucking Twitter. I wasn't saying shit like this. I might have been saying some sexual shit like I want to get some dome or something, but I won't never. Why is niggas even talking about this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm. Niggas is from different places though.
Be me. This is an insult. That's why I said sad but true. So shout out to all the niggas who lack enough game to pull chicks of age. That means the proper age. That means their age. That means one big room full of young bitches. That's what I was saying. So those ones I felt were just a little misconstrued. Now I screenshotted these two comments because these two people were basically saying they got it before I had to make this video. So I had to shout them out, or I had to post this up because it showed me that, okay, not everybody is misinterpreting this, because I was a little confused to how people were misinterpreting some of these. And Tepiz, or sorry if I mispronounced it, I can't speak on the other ones because I don't know if they're real or not, but this one is clearly being misinterpreted. Don't worry, Tepiz. We'll talk about the ones you're talking about, the ones that I haven't brought context to yet. Don't worry. That's when it's going to get real. And then shout out to Macedon. He said, right, I don't care to speak on any of this with any of the stands, but this tweet is obvious sarcasm when he shouts them out, hence why he says sad. That is literally exactly the perfect breakdown of what I was saying. Now,
that makes sense. That makes sense because he was like, it's sad. Like, he's like pitying them niggas, like, y'all niggas just ain't got no game. That's why I said those is kind of like, okay.
let's address this tweet. We're gonna get into the major tweets that certain people been pushing lately. Don't worry, we're gonna get to all that. It's gonna get real. I'm just addressing the ones that don't have the context that I might have actually said. So, right here. Okay, yeah, I said these young O's be outouring grown women. Damn, that's deep. Now, like I said, you have to look at the age of this post. I was 21 when I said this. It was a few months after I said the other John. I turned 21 in June, right? So the context that's missing here is the same of the other ones. When some people read young, if you notice a lot of these tweets, I'm saying young O, because we was young niggas, and that's what we called them. Like, so our peers, that's what, we were all young, right? So this tweet says, these young O's be outouring grown women. Damn, that's deep. So I think some people are reading young as underage, which it's not. Young is, I'm referring to my peers, the young niggas, right? And when I'm saying grown woman, at 21, a grown woman to me was like a 30-year-old. You know how like when you, like a little kid and you think like somebody who 20, like 25 is like an old man? That keeps shifting. So as I got older, like when I'm 21, when I'm talking about outward grown women, I'm basically saying the younger bitches in our age, our demographic, are a bit faster than the older women. That's what I was saying.
I understand
now,
that.
I take full responsibility for how crass this is. It's a very crass tweet.
I understand these ones right here. See, I don't know all the tweets. I just seen the hoopla and a little bit of pushback. So far, it's like niggas was. I mean, I can't really because that's niggas was young. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. I get it in a sense. I get it. I get it. I'm not shocked
And
yet.
I apologize for that. That
Let's
is,
see.
but I'm not going to allow people to tell me what I was saying with the word young when I was 21. Like I said, if I tweeted this more recent, there'd be more leeway to be like, why you caring about that? But that's not. This is when we was all young. So that's what I was saying. So like I said, I definitely take accountability for how crass it is. Like this is kind of just how, you know, a lot of people when I was talking back then, and that's not an excuse either, but like I said, it's crass, and I apologize for that. But now let's really get to the main event. Now, some people just didn't know and really came to me in good faith and was just like, I just want you to explain some of these, give context to some of these, and this video's for those people, because there are some people who 100% are doing this on purpose, right? And my tone and demeanor might change a little bit here because I'm a little annoyed because it shows how insane people get. Now watch this. This tweet right here. Not gonna lie, gang, I miss freshmen. Might have to request a 5th year in high school. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. I haven't.
Hold on, he said not gonna lie, gang. I missed. This was March 3rd. No, this was March the 10th, 10:45 in the morning, 2011. Not gonna lie, gang. I missed freshman. Might have to request a fifth. This sound like some white boy humor. You know how like white? No offense to the white boys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my white boys, but this like some. I'm gonna let them go though. This like some. But I'm not putting an excuse on it. I'm just saying it's like some white boy shit. I don't know where he from or where he grew up or something. It's like some he hung around some. I don't know. Let's see.
I didn't say this. Never said this.
Oh, he said he didn't say.
And I'll give you a pretty good example or evidence. I got the smoking gun, but I got this right here. Not gonna lie, gang. This is supposed to be 2011. And nobody. Well, let me not say nobody. I was definitely not saying gang in 2011. I think whoever made this tweet tried to type like me and talk like me, but didn't take into consideration.
Yeah, niggas was not saying gang in 2011. What was we saying in 2011? 2011. What was we saying? The only gang, Taylor gang, that was the only. But niggas wasn't walking around saying, "What's up, Taylor gang?" or nothing like that. Like, what was niggas saying in 20? But niggas was not saying gang is some new shit. Like when Chicago came out. Cause I didn't even see Chief Keef until 2012, and I don't even think Chief Keef. I don't even think Chicago was even really saying gang yet. They might have was saying gang way, but no, it wasn't. Yeah, no. What was we saying? Uh, Bruh, we was saying shit like bruh. We wasn't even saying bro yet. I know some motherfuckers were saying bro, like you know what I mean. No offense to my white boys. White boys been saying bro. We was saying like bruh. And I don't even think it was a word like synonymous to gang that from 2011, bro. I can't even think of one. Bruh, we was saying, "What's up, bruh?" or "My dog, my boy." I don't
That
remember
I
nobody saying
don't
gang.
talk the way I did when I was in 2011 to when I'm 33. Not gonna lie, gang. Not gonna lie, gang. But if you don't believe that, let me show you something else. Now, Twitter has this feature. Notice that it doesn't say deleted tweet. I didn't delete anything, so it should still be here. Twitter has this feature where you can find all tweets if you didn't delete them, and even if you did delete them, they will still be around for a little bit right after. I typed in, not gonna lie, gang. Now that alone with the at is enough to pop it up. Notice it wasn't deleted. Did not say deleted tweet. Some of these fake tweets do say it. Now look at this. Look at this. You can slow it down if you want to. Go look at this. Tell me if you find this tweet,
Oh, I see what he's saying.
or if you found this tweet anywhere other than a picture, a JPEG. Let me know. Mind you, it didn't say deleted, so it wasn't deleted. All right? Okay. Keep looking.
But see, he put himself. You know what? Like I always say, I don't know how to say the nigga name, right? Gene, John. He did that. This what you. This I be telling niggas who go out here. Like I've been doing this YouTube shit long enough to know this. Cause my first year, well, I ain't gonna say yeah, my first year and a half. I really say year. Niggas was beefing. I'm surprised niggas still be beefing on this shit. When you making hit pieces and beefing with niggas, he was justifiable or not. You know that shit. The academics wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? The shit he said wasn't right. But when you open yourself up for straight uh for this type shit, niggas make a fake tweet and try to. That's some clever shit though. Nigga make one fake tweet and push it up in. But yeah, they fucked up when they said gang because niggas did not say gang back then. We used to say bruh. We used to say homie. Yeah, homie. We used to say homie a lot. Bruh, dog. I'm trying to think of what niggas call the whole like clique. Niggas ain't really. I can't even say squad. I mean, niggas have obviously said these words, but Niggas won't saying gang. I don't remember nobody saying like in that when niggas said gang back then, they was talking about a fucking gang. You know what I'm saying? Or Taylor gang. Like it won't. There was like a gang, Taylor gang. Yeah, that's about it. Niggas won't be like, "What's up, gang?" or "Hey, gang in this bitch." Niggas was never saying that, bro. And that came out fucking after Chicago blew up. So that yeah, niggas ain't even talk like that. And if he was that ahead of his time, nah, oh nah, niggas won't saying gang back then, bro. Nick, like you feel me?
Keep looking. Oh, stop right there. Hold on. Stop right there. Just to make sure. There's a tweet from me just making words. Okay. Right there. That's me. All right. Notice how the only tweets that pop up about this, that are talking about this, are all from like 15 hours ago and more. Look.
Oh.
And you might notice a little something, a common theme in some of the names. I'm not going to say it though. You know, I'm not going to like do like Akademiks and blame the fan base. I'm not going to. I'm just asking you to pay attention.
Yeah,
right?
we used to say man, bruh. Some people used to say like family, fam. But niggas was not saying gang back then, bro. Hell no. I don't even remember Chief Keef and them saying it. I feel like the word gang got popularized when speaking in that term. Gang was popularized like, "What's up, gang, 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 gang?" That's some Chicago shit. Gang in this bitch, gang in this bitch, gang, 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 616, gang, yo, bitch. I'm on that's some yeah, niggas won't saying gang like not like that. If niggas was saying gang then, niggas was talking about he's a blood, he blood gang or and niggas won't even really niggas won't even talk like that wasn't part of the at least where I was in. I was in Atlanta. And I was in a few different I was in Atlanta, I was in VA, and I don't remember nobody saying gang like that.
Pay attention. All right. Now, there was another tweet by me, just in case people said, no, you scrolled by that one too fast. Right here. 15 hours ago. All right. And this is me lyrics, man. I'm making fun of people who don't mess with chicks of age. I said it's sad. I'm dead ass confused. That was about that other tweet. Now, I'm just going to be all the way honest. It's absolutely, positively disgusting that you niggas is trying this. Absolutely, positively disgusting as if.
Nigga, you put yourself on the chopping block. You gotta know that, bro. You went to war. You trying to go to war with academics, even if you want fucking academics, bro. Niggas got fan bases, and then especially with his shit, he got like, certain. I ain't saying everybody that fuck with academics. I'm saying, he got caught. Like academics been doing this shit for a minute on a high level. You know what I'm saying?
If we
So he gonna have niggas defending him. He might even, I don't know. Maybe he is sending in people out to do this, but I feel like somebody will do this shit just on the GP. Even Gang Gang was like 2018 here in ATL. Yeah, niggas won't saying gang not like that. Niggas was not. I'm trying to think. I can't even. I want to go listen to some, but I know I don't have to go listen to none of my old music. We won't saying gang. Like niggas, that wasn't like when niggas said gang, they was talking about either the only gang niggas heard of was like Taylor Gang, or if somebody was like, if or they're in the gang or he in the gang or something, or gang like an actual niggas won't walking up like, "What's up, gang?" Or "Yeah, man, gang in this bitch." Niggas won't saying that, bro. The niggas was not even saying that, bro. Like, I have no recollection of that at all. I'm talking about, I'm thinking about music I was listening to at that point then too. 2011, that was like Lil B, Max B, ASAP Rocky. Niggas wasn't saying gang. Like, even what? Even Chief Keef. That's that shit I don't like. I don't even think they even said gang in it. I didn't hear gang in this bitch until Chief Keef Finito. Gang in this bitch. Gang in it. With like the 2015, 16, 17, or I say that period of Chicago rap.
can't find the evidence of the fake tweets. Now, I need you to pay attention. There are people who are willing to fake those. All the most outrageous tweets you saw from me, probably in the last, were fake. That was 100% fake. And it doesn't stop there. Oh, you thought it stopped there? Hold on. Okay. Don't stop there, bro. Look. So, just seen a group of girls that I'm assuming are still in high school. All I'm going to say is they didn't look like that when I was 16. Now, mind you.
Hold on. He said, this supposed to have been 2015, March the 6th. Just seen a group of girls that I'm assuming are still in high school. All I'm going to say is they didn't look like. Oh, so it's like he's lusting over some young girls. That's what the tweet is. It's like he's lusting over young girls type shit. Thinking about the girls back in his day. Okay, that's weird. That's weird. Like, why you even like? But it could be since that. I mean, let's see if it's real. That's what I'm saying. I gotta nigga now that I know that niggas was not saying gang, so something is up with that. I'm out there. I'm pretty sure that's a fake tweet. Like, cause niggas was not saying gang, bro. So now I don't know. I'm kind of like, but this is not cool. Just seeing a bunch of young girls in high school, like what, right? So maybe is this? I don't know.
This post says the post was deleted, right? So whoever screenshotted this, right, apparently was so on this that they screenshotted before it deleted. Like they knew to go to this tweet specifically. Like I don't even, and you might say, oh well, that could happen. It's low change, but maybe they caught it right. Okay, cool. So I want to ask you something. Now, after 5 to 6 drinks, them skinny bitches will do anything you want. Now, mind you, Akademiks TV had me blocked, right? Unblocked me miraculously at this day, just to tweet this, right? Okay, cool, right? Notice how this nigga throws a steak out in there too. That's crazy. Notice how this says this post was deleted also. So that would mean, because he also posted the one I just posted before, do you know what that would mean? How is that even physically possible? So were you scrolling, like did you have like 2 tabs open and you just happened to screenshot both of these when they were deleted? You didn't get the screenshot before they were deleted. You don't have the tweet before it was deleted, but you have both of these screenshots. So somehow I was deleting them as you were finding them and catching them? That don't even make sense. And then this tweet, after 5 to 6 drinks, them skinny bitches would do anything you want. All right, these tweets, all of those tweets were 100% doctored. Let me show you. Same way I showed you with the other one. Now, after 5 to 6 drinks that should pop up the tweet, right? Notice the only time you will see this tweet is as a JPEG, as a picture.
Oh,
Okay, look at that.
I thought he was saying JPay. It's like on some the prison message shit. JPEG. Okay, so it's not. He's saying it's not actually on the Twitter. It's just a picture of a tweet on Twitter, but it ain't on nobody profile. They touched his profile. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Look through it. I started at the bottom this time. Now I'm here. Look through it. Look through it. Look through it. Look at that. Look, let me even scroll back. Yep, just my other tweets, just in case it's going too fast. I popped up. Just making sure y'all see all of them. Okay. My cholesterol was definitely effed at that time. Oh. Look at these just in case. See, I started lifting right after the cholesterol jump. All right, now look. Go ahead. Keep looking. It's not going to pop up. Not only is it not going to pop up, the only time it's going to pop up is on the JPEG that says deleted tweet. Now, I'm going to tell you something right here. If you notice with these tweets, they're almost the exact same format. All these tweets are basically the same format. It's a tweet with some words, and then it says post deleted. It's the exact same one as the other one. I didn't say any of these. These don't exist anywhere. I Googled these. I searched them on Twitter. They don't exist. Niggas was really making 100% fake tweets and tweeting them out. And what if I told you it actually gets darker? There is a Discord that some people just sent me screenshots of, right? People sent me screenshots from these Discord, and it's called LOL Gang TBFW. Look at the thumbnail. I mean, look at the picture. Okay. All right. Right here. This is a Discord, right? Discord. And look at what's going on in this Discord. Look what they're saying. I've been waiting for the end of Screwface, Almighty. Screw Diddy, OMG. These people be
Screw
in
Diddy.
this, and trust me, I know, they think I know.
Screw Diddy is but he invited that energy, my nigga. And it's okay if you I ain't hey, men is men. If you want to fight for the right, if you want to put yourself and make yourself a target, but he was calling academics academia and shit like that, like damn, niggas really made fake tweets. It's crazy. He said the only place you find those certain tweets is as screenshots. You can't even find the tweet nowhere. That says this post been deleted. So if he did even delete it, why would he screenshot it and put it out to where it say this post has been deleted so somebody else can grab it and repost it? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. This shit is a lot of sorcery and trickery.
I got a little bit more resources than they might think. This is a Twitter or a Discord. If you don't know, there's some people know about this, and a lot of things that come, whether it's like attacks of people, coordinated attack, a lot of people or some people, people have told me. Like I said, I take accountability for those crass tweets. The first one. I take accountability for that first tweet, which really it didn't say what I was trying to say at all. So I apologize to take all accountability for that, all of it. What I won't do is take accountability for something I didn't do or something because you misinterpreted, whether on accident or on purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, if you've been watching me, I don't even know how long this video is. It's probably gonna be longer. If you've been watching me for long enough, right? I will never say, oh, just trust me. Oh, just trust me. I'll never say that, right? I will never say that. What I will say is there are some people, and shout out to all the people who like my fans who reached out to me, all the people who were like, bro, we've been rocking with you too many years. We love Akademiks. We know this isn't you. And all the way to the people who are like, Screw, I rock with you, gang, but it's not looking good. You got to say something. I hope this video helped. No script, nothing. I just was freestyling and spent some time with my real supporters and said that. So I leave you with this tweet, right? Because this is a tweet that people aren't tweeting. Now, I'm not saying this to be like, aha, but I'm just saying, if you are letting tweets shape a narrative, especially tweets from them, shape a narrative, then all I'm asking, this is 2012 also, from where all those tweets are from. I see nothing but young hoes on my Twitter, where the grown and sexy at. And here, young, I'm referring to my age, but where the grown and sexy at. Now, there's gonna be some people who are just waiting for this video. All right, so you think it ends there? Do you think it ends there, right? And apology if my tone changed a little bit here. I'm a bit annoyed because I don't play this, right? I don't play this at all. I don't play these kick games at all. And I know that they tried to get this off because of things like, Akademiks and stuff. I saw with the hashtag, but we'll talk more about that, right? Now, there's going to be some people who are just waiting for this video just to drop a negative comment. There's going to be some people who do not care about the evidence, the facts, the receipts, and the screenshots, and are just trying to push something to try to move something out the way. And, you know, some of y'all might understand when it comes to those fake tweets or it comes to the misinterpretation of some of those actual tweets. I think some of y'all will know where it's coming from. And I'm not, like I said, I take for the crass speeching of it, for the all that other stuff, I apologize for it. Yeah. You know, I was young in there, I was stupid there. It's not an excuse though. And I hate when people use that excuse when it comes to like saying the N-word or something like that. But this isn't that, right? This isn't that at all. I have a lot more stuff. There's been a lot more people hitting me up too. I even saw, you know, to the people who, the reactionary people who unsubscribed from me already. I'm just gonna assume you haven't been rocking with me for that long, right? And it's okay, because we don't need y'all. If this could come out and you've been watching me this long, and before I even make a statement, you already gave the verdict, that's cool. That's your prerogative. More power to you. More blessings in life. I love you, right? This video isn't for you, though, right? This video is for the people who've been rocking with me, who are going to keep rocking with me, who are steady rocking with me, and who can see what's going on right now. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, obviously the ones he pointed out that was fake, they was fake. They was touched. There was something wrong with them. Maybe I shouldn't even say touched. We talking. Um, but this is what you get, man. This is what you get, bro. This is what the fuck you get, man. Not like saying this is what he should get. I'm just saying what anybody. This is what anybody gets when you go to war. You know, he went to war for the academic. He ain't just speak his piece on the academic. He can do whatever the fuck he want. But yeah, you gonna have niggas coming at you. I mean, you gotta stand on it now. Um, damn, more power to him, man. Well, that's good that he cleared it up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Um, let me see. Oh, speaking of academics, where the fuck academics been at? Let's go to academics. So this nigga academics Twitter. Let me see something. I wanted to see something. I never looked at academics as like his Twitter before, but you know, academics been missing for a little bit, like longer than he's usually without saying anything or really. He could be on a break. He could be going through some shit, you know, with his girl, with his moms. But I mean, I guess he say he tweeting though. Party next door and Drake, some sexy songs for you sells 249 first week. He told me to tell y'all wait for the next chapter. This was the warm up. I guess he talking about Drake. Next chapter loading. Some say songs for you was the first of two very important chapters in my life with the Al. My talk going soon. So maybe you know what? Maybe academics is kicking it with Drake right now. Like no funny shit. And then sorry for the wait. Who is this? Is this Playboy Cardi? Supposedly. Yeah, I am music. Okay, so this must be okay. So I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? But I did want to check out this video right here. Academics goes in on Ebro and the Breakfast Club. I don't even know what the fuck this is about, right? Let's see.
Listening to and my thoughts on music and the business daily for free at HelloYouSeen.com. What's poppin', y'all? Ebro's the next person to take shots at Akademiks. And Akademiks, I believe he's just gonna sit there and take it. Like, he's consistently done with Ebro. It isn't the first time Ebro has taken shots, but Akademiks knows who he can and
Hold on, let me motherfucking put my video right here.
can't go at. And Rosenberg is not an Ebro. And he's even said Ebro's a really powerful figure. Ebro has institutions behind him. Ebro is damn near head at Apple. But the thing that spurred this was, of course, we talked about this a couple of days ago. It was the sickness statement made by Ebro saying like Drake is a sickness in the game. And I made fun of it, of course. But one thing I won't take away from Ebro, and I've always given him, is he's always had an opinion. And he's never shied away from it. And I don't think there's been an instance where, like Rosenberg, Ebro is glazing somebody nonstop. He's fair in his assessment. But this started with Akademiks going on X and quote tweeting this post from this fan page that showed this clip from the Breakfast Club where they talk about Drake and Party Next Door predicted to go #1. And the two women on there, they're just basically having a discussion. They're saying, well, it's surprising that he's still there. He must still have a fan base. Just to sum it up, because it's like a 4-minute clip. They didn't say anything that's genuine hating. They said, well, it's hard for me to not think about certain lyrics that came out of Not Like Us. And then when he's doing these corny videos with the drone above him, which was a steak ad. And then Akademiks responds to this and says, this type of hating should be an Olympic sport. What he do to that chick who looked like a man and the other one. And this is the thing where Akademiks wonders why certain people will hold a grudge against him for years. It's completely unnecessary to make fun of that woman's appearance. I don't know if there's some history between them, but I'll give you another example where there was no history said. Coi Leray, she was invited to do a podcast with Akademiks when he had his show on Spotify, and she rejected it. And then he clowned her sales afterwards, although no podcast is going to get you gassed up in sales. That's just not how it works. Nobody has that kind of pull, which is the same thing that Vlad said about Saweetie, the selling 2K thing, which I started that, by the way. I spread that statement. It's funny how far and wide that went. But with Akademiks, he was surprised that Coi Leray wouldn't show up to his podcast when he said that she looked like a boy. And he constantly reiterated, he's like, yo, Coi Leray looks like a 12-year-old boy. Like, I don't like... And you're talking about this individual like that on your stream, which, cool, it's all well and good. I'm not saying I approve of it. But to then invite that person and have them sit across from you when they've clearly seen what you've said about them and then not...
Yeah, people gotta, like, even Akademiks, anybody, bro. What they say in the court, what you say can and will be used against you, bro. You gotta be... I don't even know why he felt comfortable enough to even try to invite her. Like, he should have got backdoor vibes. I remember when he said that she looked like a 12-year. I don't remember the exact time, but I've heard him say that before. Specifically him, last year or year before that or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nigga, he can fuck around with this back door.
Being able to put 2 and 2 together, that they wouldn't be comfortable with that. So that's the same situation that I see here, and why I say it's a recurring thing with Akademiks as opposed to there's something wrong with, I think he's talking about Jess Hilarious or whatever, because she may have said something about his appearance, but Coi Leray did not.
Yeah, they don't
and
like
the
each
same
other.
thing happened
Yeah, Jess Hilarious and Akademiks, they didn't like each other. I'm not surprised by that one.
with Ice Spice, except to a far lesser degree. Ice Spice is not going to go ahead and say anything, but she rejected an interview with him as well. And then he goes on to say, these media dudes sound like hurt hoes, calling Drake a sickness, acting like Drake effed their hoe. Half of these guys just wanted to interview. It's okay, get the F over it. Play your game that these artists don't have to give you nothing, and you still win. This is where we get the cope, that they wanted an interview. So what's the deal with LeBron then? Because LeBron stopped messing with Drake. What, did Drake smash LeBron's chick? And this is the entire thing. They act like, oh, Drake just smashed your chick. Get over it. What? Why? And this is the thing. It's not. Drake has access to a wide variety of women that don't have to be involved with people that he has been cool with. So if he's going after them, even if they're not together anymore, that's one thing. But if he's going after them while they are together or while they're up and down, you're going to have an issue with him. And he's trying to toss it to the wayside. Like, Akademiks wasn't going crazy because Shaq DM'd one of his girls. Or who was it? I think it was Shaq DM'd his girl, and this NBA player from the Celtics DM'd his girl. And then Ak went live drunk. There are clips out there of him I think it was, I don't know, Jalen Green, something, Danny Green, I don't know. And then he DMs the guy's wife. So you're blowing up the guy's marriage because he DM'd your girl, and you're like, yeah, man, you know, I got to do that. But these people are wrong to feel a certain type of way if Drake smashed their chick. And I don't think the media guys are salty at all, other than Elliott Wilson. Ebro was never doing an interview. I don't think Ebro's ever did an interview with Drake. Charlemagne has always had his ups and downs with Drake, although he's been shouted out by Drake, so he was definitely happy about that. And the thing with the song, with the diss song, like what Just Hilarious was having the conversation about in the Breakfast Club, that's the same exact way people looked at Meek Mill. Every time Meek Mill was hanging out with Nicki Minaj, they would say, is that a girl tour? Is that a world tour or a girl tour? Every time he tried to flex, people were thinking that. They were thinking of the most recent diss track and how those lyrics added up to what was going on in Meek's career at that point. But Ebro replies, and he says, this goofy, drunk, and sick too. Pills, hoes, and fast food. I don't know if he's going after the pills like that. He will get it together one day, but we have all been lost in this game at some point. I don't know. I don't think Akademiks could get it together with at least the liquor. That's almost a part of it. That's like saying somebody needs to put the water down. Like, bro, your body's like, what, 60, 70% water? His body's 60, 70% alcohol. He's been down in that thing since college. I don't see somebody stopping unless they think they have a problem. But he doesn't believe that he has a problem with it, so why would he stop? I hope Akademiks doesn't go in on Ebro. It just doesn't benefit anybody. Sure, it will be entertaining. Yeah, of course. Everyone's going to laugh at it. They're going to find it entertaining. They're going to go back and forth. And I do find Ebro's statements ridiculous. But to try and run interference in defense on legitimate reasons for why people are looking at Drake a different way is disingenuous. And it comes across very biased. Drake just got washed in a beef. He just had his grave stomped on. Not a grave. You guys know what I mean. At the Super Bowl. Yes, people are going to look at Drake differently, even the media. And I did say this in a separate video where I think Drake's, not hesitance, but him keeping an arm's length away from the media made them more inclined to be less supportive of him during the beef. That is true because Kendrick Lamar's been up there at a Hot 97. I'm sure he hasn't been there in a very long time, but he's been up there. And when you do people favors...
Now listen, this nigga Drake, bro, I can't believe Drake went out like this, my nigga. Suing niggas, like, being a poor sport, that's so bitch made, my nigga. And then, cause at first, so when Drake first came out with the lyrics back in the day, like 2009, 2010, 2009, 2010, I was fucking with Drake. But when he started doing the singing shit, a lot of niggas ain't like him. When he started, after the first album, I didn't listen to Drake till I went to prison. And then I bought Take Care, and I was like, oh my God, I've been sleeping on this fucking project. But I was more older and touching my feelings. I'm away from home. I'm in prison. I'm thinking about the hoes that I had, and my girl, the girls I love, and my family. So it was more of, I could appreciate Take Care, that type of shit. But then, nigga got back. I started back live. I said, you know what? The Drake go crazy. I fuck with Drake. But so I kind of dismissed him acting like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But then he like just started acting like a bitch again, bro. And it's like, come on, bro. You should know, nigga. The niggas already think you a hoe. But he rich as fuck, so he doing something right?
they're more inclined to rock with you, especially when you clearly won a beef. Hey, it's a clear winner. There's no debates about it, unless you're a lunatic. You try to even debate that point. So whilst Akademiks is trying to say that media is salty, my statement was more so that media was just more favorable to Kendrick Lamar. It's not that them being salty about Drake not doing an interview with them. The only person
Said, but look, this generation grew up on rappers singing, so the old generation. No, I'm not. I'm not even saying that I'm not saying that how niggas felt back then before the singing rappers came out matters today. I'm just telling you, for people who don't know, like majority of the real niggas was like, fuck Drake, fuck that singing shit. Niggas stop fucking with more majority of the real niggas. I ain't talking about the college kids and the in your feelings ass niggas. The hip hop and the real niggas was the predominant hip hop listeners at one point. You know what I'm saying? They stopped fucking with that shit. Stop fucking with Drake. And then once Drake Drop that Take Care. I just got to Take Care late. I had to go to fucking prison and have to buy new music, and then I was like more in touch with my life, and I'm away from home and I'm thinking reminiscing, and that music is kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about girls, thinking about shit. And look what you done and all this shit, right? But so I know it doesn't. I'm not saying that that applies to today, but I'm like, he kind of took back. He was hot. Then niggas was like, oh fuck that old hoe ass shit. Then niggas was like, no, that nigga fire. We understand it. Then he went back to the whole ass shit, but on a different, not musically wise, just how he's acting. I was surprised, bro. Drake still got my mind blown as far as nigga, you really fuck losing the battle. How he took this shit, like pause, like
that was salty with that was Elliot Wilson. And he already had a Drake interview. Most of these guys never had a Drake interview. And I think that the people that were saying, like, oh man, he's doing stuff with like Caleb Presley, the Sunday Conversation, and Billy, I was about to say Bobby Althoff, they had a point. Like, Drake was trying to expand his brand, of course, but I don't think they would have been upset if Drake did it with another hip hop outlet. I think that they just wanted to be done with a hip hop outlet. But I understand Drake's positioning there. I don't disagree with the podcast that he did. I just
you said. Hold on, next King said we got to be honest about that Drake and Kendrick battle. People were just saying Drake is finished. I don't think no. When people saying Drake is finished, they talking about he lost against Kendrick. Nobody believed that Drake was finished. And I feel like numerous people I've seen almost everybody say that. You can't just take him off. Like the only way that Drake could get clapped is if he get do some heinous shit other than music. More than just, even though I don't agree with him kissing that 17-year-old girl, he had a explanation for it, and he was on stage like, "Oh, how old are you?" Like it played out right down the video. Nobody really thought that Drake was finished. Next King, no, y'all niggas taking that shit too literal. When niggas was saying Drake is finished during this battle, they saying he's finished against Kendrick. Kendrick killed him. That's basically saying he lost. Nobody Drake is finished, bro. It's Drake, my nigga. It's like if you saying like Michael Jordan versus Kobe or Kobe versus AI. You know what I'm saying? Kobe beat AI in the 2006 NBA Finals, but AI still is a great legendary player who's in the Hall of Fame, and people try to, Allen Iverson changed the fucking game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nah. You said, bro, the whole narrative is Kendrick is number one. Yeah, no, the Kendrick is number one right now. Right now. He demolished Drake in the battle. He's selling all these albums. He's number one on Spotify, 5 Grammys. That's right now. You can't just erase everything that Drake did. You can't just erase. Now, Drake had never did nothing, then maybe he'll be like, it'll be, you know what I'm saying? You can't. There's no fucking way. And if anybody think that whatever fucking Drake has done is erased because he lost the battle, they fucking stupid, bro. And I've never heard nobody seriously say that. If people are seriously saying that we'll never hear no more Drake hits or Drake lost his whole fan base, the only way he can do that is if he do some super foul shit. Not just kiss that 17-year-old girl on the fucking stage. And I say that, and that wasn't cool too. But he did, like on the video, he's saying, "Oh, you're 17," which he did. That fucked him up. He should have. I bet you now he ain't gonna be bringing no girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's happened. He said, "Bro, Drake is Jordan. Kendrick is like T Mac." When Drake and K Dot, I say that's LeBron and Kobe. Just generational wise. Generational wise, Drake and what up, Thumper? You said I got a song you should play, bro. Um, I'll say that they like LeBron and Kobe because it's like pretty much the same. I mean, even though Kobe was a little bit older, R.I.P. Kobe too. Even though he was a little bit older, he was in the game a little bit. Like who else could? I mean, you could say no. You could say LeBron and Steph. You could say LeBron and Steph. since Drake and K Dot came out the same time, we could say it's LeBron and Steph. I'll go for that. Same generation, and both of them is great, and both of them have different styles of play. You know what I'm saying? And not because of the light skin, dark skin, brown skin thing. I say Drake and Steph. He just can shoot out the gym. He easily putting up shots. Anything he drops is a hit. And K Dot, he just a little bit more grittier. He a little bit more culture when it come to the type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll go with Drake is Steph Curry, and Kendrick is LeBron. Just like when LeBron beat Steph in the championship. You can't take away everything that Steph and them did. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Steph is still gonna go down as a fucking legend and still can drop buckets on niggas like in nobody business. You know what I'm saying?
Just disagree with him doing Bobby Althoff because I think he juiced her. Let me know what you guys think of.
Um, yeah, let's get to let me see. Let's get to let me see. Let's get to R. Kelly. So, man, speaking of academics again, this is R. Kelly right now, bro. Good Yeezys on, bro. This is Kels, bro. This nigga Kels really in prison doing the jail poses, my dog. So it's been a lot of talks about his appeal. That maybe that's what I should have put. Damn, look at R. Kels, man. Kels really in that motherfucker, man. Kels is really in that motherfucker, bro. Bro, Kels is really in that bit. Ain't that something? Fuck. Talk about a fall from grace. Um, so oh shit, hold on. So his Fed case was upheld. Hmm, that's not good. But we're gonna go to some other shit. What the fuck?
R. Kelly loses another appeal. Today, a federal appeals court upheld his conviction on racketeering and sex trafficking charges. Kelly was convicted on those federal charges in Brooklyn in 2021. He was also convicted on federal child sex charges here in Chicago in 2022.
Watch.
That's not what I was. So, I was trying to find this other thing. Damn. Hold on. Let me filter it real quick. Oh well, that should say 5 hours. I kind of wanted to. Yeah, it's over with. What the fuck? Damn, Kels.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mo. I'm back. And it looks like R. Kelly was up for an appeal on his conviction for all his sexual crimes against minors.
So R. Kelly gonna die in prison, huh? He might not die in that bitch. Well, they gave him a 30 ball, right? They gave Kels a 30 ball, huh?
And looks like he lost. R. Kelly goes down in flames on appeal, but one judge thinks he's paying too much for Valtrex. I don't know what Valtrex is, so we're going to find out. But basically, he lost his appeal, I guess. He'll be in there for a long time. Him and Diddy. R. Kelly has lost his appeal across the board on his sex trafficking conviction, but one judge thinks he was ordered to pay too much to one of his victims for name brand herpes medication. Oh, nasty boy.
And he got the herpini.
Boy, nasty guy. Out here giving the victims herpes? Ooh. The disgraced R&B singer argued in his appeal to the U.S. Court of Appeals for his Second Circuit in New York that there was insufficient evidence, certain jurors should not have been impaneled, and the counsel was ineffective while questioning potential jurors, among other things, the doc state. But after a full review, the appeals court affirmed the lower court's judgment, including an order requiring Kelly to pay restitution to a female victim for her herpes medication. However, one judge wasn't fully down with the decision to make Kelly pay for the victim's expensive herpes meds.
Bro, won't this nigga like a sex addict or something? Yeah, they gave him a 30 take. Shout out my nigga Tay. Shout out everybody from the kick too. Damn. That's all bad, bro. How old Kelly is right now? He about 50 something, right? Oh yeah, he gonna fuck around and die in that bitch. I mean, because Bill Cosby got out. Now, if they find a technicality, that's how he can get out, right? But this is him right now. That nigga got the herpes. Yo, who would have fucking guessed, bro, that this nigga Kels would be going out like a bad bag?
Nasty. God. Judge Richard J. Sullivan agreed with Kelly's argument that prosecutors inflated the cost of the victim's herpes meds by asking for restitution based on the high price of the name brand Valtrex rather than the less costly generic version. Yes, no, you know what? I'm sorry. You gave one of your victims herpes. That's a lifelong bump. You feel me? Or bumps. Get the name brand shit. Why get Fruitios when you can get Fruit Loops? You feel me? He got the money. Make him pay. That's nasty. Ugh. Kelly was hit with more than $270K to pay for a lifetime supply of Valtrex, which apparently cost a whopping $421 for a 30-day supply. By comparison, Kelly says the generic Valtrex drug cost an average of $15.31 for a 30-day supply, resulting in just $9,829 over her lifetime. Oh, boy. The judge found the lower court erred because there was no reasonable certainty that the victim would buy Valtrex for the rest of her life, noting it was possible that the woman would buy a cheaper generic version and just pocket the rest as a windfall. Well, guess what? If you sexually assaulted this woman and she got herpes, bruh, you gotta pay, bruh. So who cares if she pockets the rest and if she buys the generic version? You just gotta pay for that alone. He just looks pathetic, man. This guy was on top of the world. You know how many babies were made in the 90s and maybe the early 2000s to this guy's music? Like it's just crazy seeing him in an orange jumpsuit looking defeated. You feel me? And this is the 2019 picture. Imagine what he looks like in 2025. He is looking, I bet he's fried. I don't know. This is nasty. Kelly's lawyer, Jennifer Bonjean, responded to the court ruling, telling TMZ, while we are disappointed in the Second Circuit affirmed Mr. Kelly's convictions, we believe that the United States Supreme Court will be interested in reviewing the unprecedented opinion that gives the government limitless discretion to apply to the RICO statute to the situations absurdly remote from the statute's intent. The statute was intended to punish organized crime, not individual conduct. The decision paves the way for prosecution to charge any individual's misconduct as a RICO. I think that's what Diddy's going through right now, is where he's a one-man RICO. You know what I mean? Like, basically, R. Kelly's lawyers are arguing, how can this be a RICO charge? This is an individual. It should be an organized crime syndicate. Okay? This is a one-man band that you're charging, and not the statute in this RICO was made for a organized unit, not just a one-man, one-man show. Bonjean went on, the dissenting opinion acknowledges that the government uses significant financial incentives to influence witness testimony. In Kelly's case, the primary accuser was given a windfall of nearly $300,000 for a lifetime supply of brand name herpes medication, Valtrex, even though there is no guarantee she would use the money for that purpose. The generic version of the drug is a fraction of the price. This is not restitution. This was an effort by the prosecutors to unfairly enrich government witnesses for their testimony. I mean, listen, at this point, sir, you're locked up for like 30 years. You know what I mean? Maybe even more. I forget what the original sentence was.
30 ball.
But does it matter if you want to shave a couple dollars off the tab on the herpes medicine?
My boy Rick, man.
I'm curious to know why he hasn't argued that he didn't give her the herpes.
Yeah.
Unless he has herpes. I mean, I'm under the understanding as somebody who's never had herpes or been with somebody that has herpes, or I don't even know anybody with herpes. And if they do got herpes, I don't know about it, and they ain't finna tell me. But wouldn't the person that supposedly gave it to you have herpes? I don't see him arguing about the fact that he gave her herpes. He's arguing about how much it's costing to pay for the medicine. So I would, if I was him and I didn't feel like I gave her herpes, which he's not saying he didn't, I would say, hey, man, test me. If I ain't got herpes, I ain't give her herpes. I ain't cutting her no.
See, but that's from what I hear, the Herbzilla, right? When it come to porn, let's just speak porn. That's the only thing that they don't test for because it's so frequent. So I don't even think that he could even like they couldn't charge him with giving her herpes. They could make him pay, but like he couldn't catch it. It's not like you can get a charge for giving somebody like AIDS or something like that. Um, yeah. But see, it's like, herpes, people don't even understand herpes is not even from a condom. Like you can wear a condom and still get that shit. It's about if somebody have an outbreak and your skin is rubbing, like your genitalia area is rubbing. People think you can wear a condom. Herpes don't have nothing to do with a condom. It's like your skin rubbing. And if they have an outbreak, and it's how you think, I be telling people, because people like, how's NBA young boy? He be fucking them. Young boy got 10 kids and them girls can have his baby because when he ain't having no outbreak, he can fuck. And you can't pass it. It's little people gotta do their research, but if he didn't, he probably would be fighting that. If he probably already knew he had that shit. But he would, R. Kelly's an over sexual nigga anyway. These type niggas, that's why you gotta watch them over sexual motherfuckers, man. Like overly sexual. It's not all R&B singers or all just people. I'm just saying, like, he probably got. Then a nigga say he was like a sex addict or something. Like, you feel me?
No money. But it looks to
Shit
me
sad.
like they hit him with a 52 fake. They knew they weren't going to get a lot of restitution money out of him by the fact that there was probably a lot of people suing him, a lot of women, a lot of underage women at the time that are now adults suing him, and he owes a lot of money, and he's probably not making a lot of money behind bars for the last decade. So they figured, well, let's get the money another way. We need to pay for a lifetime of Valtrex at this price, which equals $300,000, and that's how we'll get our restitution. She's probably buying the generic one, to be honest with you. It's that's part of the game, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. And the rest of it is almost like, hey, this is my restitution that I wasn't going to get from you because I had to get in line with 10 other victims, This guy's fall from grace is just legendary. His and Diddy's will be time-stamped in the history of Earth as one of the greatest downfalls of all time. I mean, I don't even know how to put it. This guy could have bagged any mature woman with his voice, his swag. He's doing sold out shows. He had baby making music, and he chose to do kids, to do pull up to the McDonald's outside the high school in a Rolls Royce and pick up high school girls. So you know what? I don't feel bad for him, to keep it real with you. I think he deserves to be in there. I don't think there's some conspiracy that put him in there. I think his nasty ass habits. Remember, he was married to Aaliyah, or tried to marry Aaliyah when she was like 15 or 16. So like overall, this dude is just a creep. And then you add in the cherry on top that he's out here giving out herpes. Nasty work. As far as the lady that's got to get the herpes medicine, if he gave you herpes, man, I'd be getting the top shelf shit. You know what I mean? If it worked. I don't know. I just know that once you got herpes for life. So you better get the best that you could. But then again, if you wanted money out of the situation or your life isn't going too well and you almost looking at it like it's a paycheck, yeah, go get the generic shit. You feel me? Who cares about those bumps? They'll be there. Nasty guy, man. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's misfortune is fully earned. I don't have no sympathy for this guy at all. I don't care how much he's paying to the victims. In fact, he should go broke paying to the victims if that's what you type of time he was on. Yeah, he lost his appeal. He's gonna be in there for a while. I just think, he's one of those guys that's probably gonna die in prison, unfortunately. Or if he gets,
bro, he gonna fuck around and die in there, bro. How old is R. Kelly right now? How old is R. Kelly? R. Kelly, let me see what the comments on. He ain't got no comments. Shout out to this dude. I don't know what the fuck this is. Mo tracks.
out, he'll be so fucking old. He'll be just he'll be in an old people home or something. He gonna lay low. He ain't about to be out singing and doing concerts no more. In fact, if you look at the way R&B is going now, he's almost forgot about. Like, people still play his music, the OGs. You feel me? But they'll play certain songs. But then when you find out, like, You Remind Me of My Jeep was about, like, Aaliyah, and she was, like, 15, 16. Like, come on, bro. I just can't rock with him. I don't feel sorry for him. I think everybody knew he was like this, just like everybody knows Diddy was like what now we're finding out. And, yeah, I did read an article not too long ago that basically talked about R. Kelly singing to the other inmates because he's starving for attention in there, and that's the only concert he can throw off those echoing.
So if R. Kelly is 56, he got 30 years. He been locked up for what, 3 years now? 2-3 years. Yeah, he gonna fuck around and die. And if he come home from prison, he gonna be like on his way to death. And he gotta survive. Nigga might want to shank him, extort him. He got a little bit of money and some clout, so niggas in prison, that can take you some places. He can pay for some protection. And he from Chicago, so I'm pretty sure, I don't know, he was fucking with kids though, so I don't know. I mean, somebody will protect him. GDs that's locked up. I don't fucking know. It's gonna cost though. Damn. This nigga R. Kelly really, bro, who would have fucking guessed? Oh yeah, let's look at the Diddy. Yeah, what happened with Diddy? I seen the headline, but I didn't click on it, right? Diddy lawyer. Man, oh my God, bro. That's what I'm saying. You gotta watch who you watch. Look, that's the first thing that pop up. Diddy lawyer quits. You gotta watch who you call your motherfucking heroes, man. Watch these motherfuckers, man. Watch these niggas, bro. Do Law and Crime got it? Hold on. I want to see. I'd rather see Law and Crime. Yo, yup. Wow. It's bad.
A huge blow to Diddy's defense team just 3 months before his high-profile trial is expected to start.
On Friday, a surprising announcement came down. One of his defense attorneys suddenly quits the case. I'm Elizabeth Milner with Law and Crime.
Yo, chill out. And his motherfucking trial is in 3 months? And his motherfucking trial is in 3 months. That is not a good sign, bro. Your lawyer quit 3 months. The only time I see lawyers quit is when they feel like we ain't got no wins, bro. I'm not even gonna waste my time with this shit. I don't want to waste your, you know what I'm saying? They could be doing other cases and shit. They could be getting other money and a reputation too. They don't want to put an L on their record if you know what I'm saying? No matter how much fucking money you got.
Now, this particular defense attorney's reason for
bro. I used to always be like, Diddy, like, you look up to the R. Kelly. I never really looked up to R. Kelly, but Diddy was the nigga you like, oh, I want to be a mogul. I want to Diddy be having, but damn. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. We're gonna see what they say because I don't know what they're gonna say. I'm gonna watch this. I haven't even looked at this. But I heard the announcement that his lawyer had quit a couple of days ago. I just never clicked on it. I've been doing so much. We're gonna react to this right now.
For quitting wasn't really a reason at all, making his departure a lot more puzzling. Shortly after Diddy's arrest, his defense team grew when he stacked on 2 more defense attorneys to join Mark Agnifilo and Tinny Garagos at the defense table. Now, the 2 that joined at the time were high-profile attorney Alexandra Shapiro, whose client Sam Bankman-Fried actually shared a unit at the detention center with Diddy, and high-profile death penalty attorney Anthony Rico. Now, while the pair joined around the same time, Anthony in a court filing on Friday said he's leaving the case. In the filing, Anthony Rico said, quote, "For the reasons set forth below, this motion for withdrawals is filed so that Sean Combs may move forward with his defense and to commence jury selection and trial without any delay. As a result of discussion with lead counsel Mark Agnifilo, this motion for withdrawal of counsel is filed. While I am aware that the local rule requires that an application for withdrawal of counsel is supported and granted, there are sufficient reasons related to protections afforded by the attorney-client privilege for brevity in my application for withdrawal as counsel in this case. Although I have provided Sean Combs with the high level of legal representation expected by the court, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs," end quote. Now, essentially in legalese, I quit, but I can't go into details because of attorney-client privilege. According to the filing, though, the defense shakeup won't delay the case. Diddy will continue with 5 attorneys. That's Mark Agnifilo, Tinny Garagos, Alexandra Shapiro, Jason A. Driscoll, and Anna Esteval. Now, a judge still has to sign off on the motion.
Hold on, the only black lawyer quit. No, yo. The only black lawyer quit. Oh, my bad. My sound low. Let me get down here. Can y'all hear me now? The only black lawyer quit. Wow.
Won't delay the case. Diddy will continue with 5 attorneys. That's Mark Agnifilo, Tinny Garagos, Alexandra Shapiro, Jason A. Driscoll, and Anna Esteval. Now, a judge still has to sign off on the motion, but with the government taking no position on it and the fact Anthony Rico spoke with Mark Agnifilo.
Hold on. The nigga lawyer name is Rico?
Still has to sign off on the motion, but with the government taking no position.
The nigga Diddy's lawyer name is Rico. His P. Diddy lawyer that just quit. His last name is Rico. I see why he quit. He ain't trying to lose a Rico on your last name, Rico.
Position on it and the fact Anthony Rico spoke with Mark Agnifilo about it before filing the motion, a judge will likely sign off on it. Now, as I mentioned, Anthony Rico is a very well-established death penalty attorney and was lead defense in up to 45 federal death penalty cases. His bio on the Fordham Law University website says some of the notable yet controversial cases included Anthony Rico serving on the counsel in the World Trade bombing conspiracy case and embassy bombing in 1998. And he stays busy. He also doubles as an adjunct professor of law at Fordham and has been practicing law since 1982. As for Diddy himself, as many of us know, he's been locked up on charges of federal sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, and
shout out to you, Luis. I appreciate. I don't need no graphic design. Appreciate you following the kick though, bro. Appreciate that. Shout out to everybody that's on the kick and the Twitch too and on the YouTube.
Transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, that last charge I mentioned, i.e. count 3 in his indictment, transportation to engage in prostitution, well, Diddy's lawyers are wanting that charge thrown out, citing it's from a racist law. Just days before Anthony Rico filed a motion to withdraw from Diddy's counsel, Diddy's lawyers filed a motion to dismiss that charge because they argue no white person has ever been the target of a remotely similar prosecution. So that charge is known as the Mann Act, which was previously named by Congress as the White Slave Traffic Act, which made it illegal to transport people across state or international lines for the purpose of prostitution. Here's the thing. Diddy's lawyer says the law has a history of racial bias. Diddy's defense seems to be gearing up toward his alleged criminal conduct wasn't criminal. It was his personal business of what was going on in his bedrooms or hotels or wherever the freak-offs occurred. So they're saying that count 3 wasn't transportation to engage in prostitution, but was just him using escorts, male escorts at that, to bring in as a third with his girlfriends. Whereas the government's theory of the case is Diddy used force, fraud, and coercion to make his alleged victims have sex against their will in his freak-offs that he recorded for his own pleasure. Now, Diddy pleaded not guilty to all his charges, hence why the case is going to trial. And that trial is set for less than 3 months from now, in early May. Now, despite being locked up for 5 months, Diddy's case continues to make headlines, not just from the federal trial, but also the dozens of civil lawsuits lawsuits he still faces. But Diddy scored some wins behind bars. One of his civil lawsuits accusing him of raping a 13-year-old with Jay-Z back in 2000 was dismissed after the accuser dropped her lawsuit against the two moguls. Now, both vehemently denied the allegation, and Jay-Z, for his part, took it a step further and sued the accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, for extortion. However, despite that being dismissed, Diddy still faces a number of civil suits, even from accusers whose lawyer isn't Tony Busby. As for Diddy's federal criminal case, the stakes are high. He's facing a minimum of 15 years in prison, but a maximum of life behind bars. Let's break down the latest defense team shakeup with attorney and former federal prosecutor Nima Rahmani. Nima, it's always great to see you, and thank you so much for joining me today. What's your reaction to Anthony Rico saying he's quitting the defense team, and how significant?
Bro, Diddy lawyer name is Rico, bro. He probably was gonna quit. His name is already Rico. He don't want to be known for losing Ricos, and your name is Rico. What the fuck?
Is it, being that Diddy's 3 months away from trial?
Elizabeth, it is significant, and it's tough to know the reason why. It could be any number of possibilities. Sometimes it's when the lawyer hasn't been paid, but we know obviously Diddy doesn't have that problem. He's got plenty of money. It could be a disagreement regarding defense strategy. It could be a conflict. It could be a health issue. It really could be anything, and the paperwork doesn't identify it, nor should it. And the fact that Mark Agnifilo is still on the case and the other counsel of record leads me to believe that the judge is going to rubber stamp this motion and grant it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was kind of surprised, like you were too, because even being inside the courtroom and throughout Diddy's hearings, you would see Diddy and Anthony kind of speaking to one another. He would always pass him notes while Mark Agnifilo made the arguments. Diddy and Anthony Rico would exchange hugs with.
That lawyer probably was like, you know what, bro? This is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is complete bullshit, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna waste my time. You know what I'm saying? And he the only black lawyer that Diddy got. That's crazy. Not saying that white people gonna do whatever for the money, but that was like, no, I can't do it.
One another. Anthony Rico always even made it a point to tell the judge Diddy's family traveled all the way to New York for his hearings. With all that being said, kind of going back to what potentially the reasoning might be, do you think that it might have been a personal conflict between Diddy and Anthony Rico, or do you think it might have been Anthony Rico with other counsel? But what do you make of all of that?
Potentially, it could be a conflict with the client, right? A disagreement. They just don't get along. The communication is poor. They don't agree on defense strategy. It could be a conflict with one of the other lawyers. Obviously, it seems like Agnifilo is the lead on this case, although Rico was certainly his 1B. And I know obviously there's other lawyers on the case. Obviously, a lot of the victims are female. They're going to want female lawyers on the defense team, especially during some of the aggressive cross-examination. That tends to be the conventional wisdom when you're dealing with victims who are alleged victims of sexual assault or abuse. And then it could be a conflict with one of the victims themselves. Maybe maybe Rico consulted with them or even represented them in such a way that he has to get off the case. So it could be any number of potential conflicts.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, kind of just looking at the motion to withdraw too, like you mentioned before, not much reasoning given. Anthony Rico wrote, there are sufficient reasons related to the protections afforded by attorney-client privilege for brevity in my application for withdrawal as counsel in this case. Although I've provided Sean Combs with the high level of legal representation expected by the court, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel. Five other attorneys will remain on record. What do you make of just that? It felt like he was saying a lot, but then not at all much at the same time.
Well, when you withdraw, really, you still need to protect the client and the confidences. So you don't want to say something that may jeopardize him or the case. And you also need leave or permission of the judge. So you want to provide enough so the judge knows that you're not leaving the client high and dry, but you don't want to provide too much that may compromise defense strategy or a weakness in the case or some other issue.
Hey, tell you the nigga name is Rico. I never knew that Diddy lawyer name was Rico. His shit is just Ricco. Bro, if my last name was Rico and I had to fight a Rico that looked bad and I gotta, bro, that's gonna be a running joke with him to the end of his fucking career. Oh, you got Rico? Oh, you heard about that other Rico he took. Like, fuck the money. And then maybe it was such overwhelming evidence that he's seen, like, defense lawyers ain't really, prosecution and district attorneys be more slimier. But defense lawyers, they still gotta, like, they live in the regular world, you know what I'm saying? bro. If my name was Rico, anything, and they trying to send me to fight this Rico, that I'm knowing and it happens to look the way it looked like. Oh no. Mm-mm. But it's crazy that the only black lawyer that Diddy had fucking quit on him. That's crazy.
Would hurt the client. So it is a delicate balancing test. But again, when you have so many others still on the case, I don't expect there to be an issue here.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I know we've spoken a number of times about the terms of Diddy's defense strategy and what it kind of feels like possibly once trial comes. And it seems like they're kind of going for there was no force, there was no fraud, there was no coercion, that the freak-offs were consensual, there was no sex trafficking. Do you think they have something else up their sleeve, or do you think that the defense will kind of remain going forward that, all of this alleged bad acts were consensual and it was just a relationship between two parties, it ended sourly, but yet they, brought in escorts, and that kind of speaks to a little bit of that transportation to engage in prostitution charge. But what do you just make of the defense strategy that we've been seeing so far right now?
I think it has to be the defense, the consent, because look, sometimes you can argue that the sexual activity never happened, right? It wasn't me, defense. But this is not your typical sexual assault case. There are a lot of people there, right? There are people that are arranging the sex workers. There are people that are setting up lights and cameras, booking hotel rooms. Obviously, Diddy has a large entourage. So there's a lot of witnesses there. And a lot of this was allegedly recorded. So I think it's going to be very difficult to argue that it wasn't me. So you're going to have to argue that it was consensual. And we've talked about the line that separates sex trafficking from consensual sex. It's that force, fraud, or coercion. So I fully expect the defense to be, this was all consensual. These are all people who were trying to shake Diddy down for money. This is all extortion. That's why they're pursuing these claims. They're just piling on. But really, this is regret, not rape. And I think that's the defense strategy in this case.
Yeah. And I want to talk to you about a motion that was actually filed earlier this week, too, where Diddy's defense wants to dismiss count 3 of the indictment, that being transportation to engage in prostitution. They cite that the Mann Act is racist and that Diddy has been singled out because he's a powerful black man and he's being prosecuted for conduct that regularly goes unpunished. What do you make of that argument?
Those are very difficult motions to win. So it's essentially a selective prosecution motion. And the example I always like to give is, let's say you're speeding and a police officer pulls you over. It's not a legal defense to say, well, all these other people were speeding, but you didn't pull them over and ticket them. You have to show that the prosecution is for a constitutionally prohibited reason. Obviously, race being one of them. If the unlikely chance the defense can prove that this was a racially motivated prosecution, that would have a chance of success. Obviously, that's going to be very difficult because there are a lot of victims. I believe that a lot of the victims were also black victims, men and women. So it's going to be tough to make that argument. But that's why defense attorneys do what they do. Sometimes they throw these Hail Mary motions up there, hoping that maybe something will stick, if not at the trial court, maybe on appeal.
And you mentioned that, a Hail Mary. Why do you think that they waited until a few months before the trial set to begin to file that motion, given that count 3 has been on the indictment since September?
Sometimes you brainstorm, you talk with different appellate lawyers, because when you're defending a case like this, you're not just thinking about the trial court. You're thinking, okay, well, if Combs is convicted, what are the chances on appeal, both to the Second Circuit, which is the Court of Appeal there, and then potentially the Supreme Court? What arguments can we make? Creative arguments. So sometimes the appellate lawyers will come in, and oftentimes they aren't the folks that have anything to do with trying the case. You got your trial lawyers, you got your appellate lawyers. So maybe they come in, they say, hey, I want this motion filed, because if you don't make the motion.
Yeah, it's over with for Kelly. I didn't know that his appeal had got denied. I missed that, bro. But you still get that was his federal. Oh, because his shit is a Fed case. So he can't even appeal to the state. When you catch a state case, you can appeal to the state, the feds, and then the Supreme Court. R. Kelly can appeal to the Supreme Court. You get damn. So as a federal case, so they only get 2 appeals, because you can't appeal now if you caught let's say you shot a nigga, or allegedly they're trying to say you shot someone. You can appeal and you get convicted. You can appeal to the state judge, then you can appeal to the federal judge, then you can appeal to the whole Supreme Court. But R. Kelly lost his federal, so I mean, if you don't get he probably, it's rare that when is the last time the Supreme Court overturned some shit? That had to be like 1960 or 70 or 8, like some old. It got to be when the Supreme Court overturns something, they change laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Motion in the trial court. Usually you waive it on appeal unless it's some clear error that the judge made. So you got to make these motions if you're the defense, if you want to have these same arguments if Combs is convicted.
Yeah, and then of course, Alexandra Shapiro being on Diddy's defense team, a very high profile, high powered appellate lawyer as well as attorney too. And, you know, even for you, Nima, as a former federal prosecutor, I asked you before what the defense might have up their sleeve, but what do you think the government may have up their sleeve come trial? And do you think that they have a strong enough case as we have it right now?
I do think they have a strong enough case. Obviously, if you're the prosecution and you're the government, you love the video evidence, not because it's lurid and, you know, cringeworthy, but your video doesn't lie. So when I have video evidence, I say, well, look, witnesses can lie, victims can lie, defendants certainly lie all the time, but that video doesn't lie. So I love the video evidence. Now, there are reportedly, you know, 100+ folks who have filed civil lawsuits. You're certainly not going to call all of them. But if I'm the government, I really want to call my best victims. And by best, I mean the ones that are going to be the best witnesses. So obviously we know Cassie Ventura is one of them. She's going to be the star witness in this case, but there's a superseding indictment. They talk about a couple other victims, some of the physical and sexual violence. So right now what I'm doing is I'm sort of sorting through and saying, okay, well, I don't want to rely just on one victim, but, you know, maybe I want 3, maybe I want 5. You know, some were certainly less than 10. You're not going to parade all these victims there. It's cumulative, and it could potentially, you might lose the jury. So you're going to probably pick anywhere from your best 3 to 10 victims, certainly not more than that. Make sure that they're prepared on the stand, because you know the cross-examination is going to be very aggressive. This is a defense case that's pretty much going to be based on cross-examining the victims and saying that, you know, Cassie was upset because they'd broken up and this was a lover's dispute. It wasn't rape or sex trafficking. So you know that the cross-examination is going to be strong. You want to make sure those victims are prepared.
Absolutely. And of course, the news coming down just this week that Cassie is pregnant with her 3rd child. What do you think that could look like in front of a jury? You have Diddy's defense team probably coming out with that very strong, very aggressive cross-examination. And, you know, come her time to testify, she could be months pregnant. What do you think that could really look like and how that could translate in front of a jury? I feel like they would have to be pretty delicate there.
No question. And it's not good news for the defense. Everyone loves a pregnant woman. So when you have a pregnant woman on the witness stand testifying, already there has to be some sensitivity. And that's why, you know, oftentimes, we talked about at the top, that, you know, you'll have females who cross-examine females who are making these types of accusations. Obviously, a recent famous case was Camille Vasquez cross-examining Amber Heard. You know, sometimes it can be overbearing just from a perception perspective, when you have a man cross-examining a female victim, and then now you have a pregnant female victim. So I would expect that cross-examination to be done by a female lawyer.
Yeah, absolutely. Nima Rahmani, always great to have you on. Always love your insight.
Man, it's looking bad. It's looking bad. Yup. It's looking fucking bad. All right, Uncle Charlie, man. Motherfucking Uncle Charlie, man. Let's see what the fuck this nigga talking about, man. So Charleston White then popped back out. I haven't seen this. Put this shit up in like 1. Say cheese. Let's go.
Oh man, here we go. We're back. Y'all been begging for it. Had to bring him back. This guy, he's all over the headlines. Everybody's talking about him per usual.
Yeah, America's favorite uncle. Yeah.
Man, on Valentine's Day, man. I mean, how you feel about Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day don't mean shit. Yeah. How you gonna pick one day to decide? Yeah, the expression of love. Valentine's Day is bull.
And it's favorite towards the women too.
Yeah. It's very favorite toward the women.
Yeah, the men we always get short end of the stick.
Yeah, they don't spend no hundreds of dollars for the men's gift. Yeah, they think getting a nigga some pussy is a Valentine's Day gift. In actuality, in some cases, it is.
And then when you think about it, I mean, Christmas just passed, Valentine's Day's here, then the birthdays, they playing. It just don't stop.
Yeah, they playing on us. But nah, homie, I'd rather celebrate Valentine's Day tomorrow or yesterday, rather than on today.
What you mean by that?
Man, I don't want nobody dictating to me. Yeah, when I can love on who I love. It's like putting a nigga in the box. Yeah, let me pick what day. I want to do something. Yeah. So, fuck Valentine's Day. Then catch me tomorrow. Watch how loving I be. Yeah, I'll be loving in the motherfucker tomorrow, nigga. I ain't gonna do shit today. But yes, it's kind of hard not to. Because the expectations is set real high, my nigga. For Valentine's Day, especially if you involved with a woman or you got a woman.
Yeah, where you at mentally? Because I feel like I know you've been doing things like you got a fresh movie out. You got
a movie
touring, but I don't think we see you go live on the internet every day how it used to be.
Yeah, no. That's my.
Is it like a social like fatigue a little bit?
Yeah. That's my break. Yeah, homie. Yeah, that's my break. I used to go live every day, 2-3 times a day. I don't want to oversaturate myself on the internet. You know, it's good to engage the audience, but I'm focusing more on what I engage on stage. Yeah. So my mindset is, why get on there every day, homie, when people paying to come see you?
That's true.
People literally paying to come see you now. So why would you get on here every day and continue to make people laugh every day, all day for free?
This nigga Charleston White then said the most egregious, crazy shit. This nigga is untouched damn near. Damn, pretty much. Like, niggas thought this nigga's gonna get killed. All type of shit, bro.
Then there'll be no need for me to be selling comedy tickets.
That, and then you got a lot of original content, old content that's still circulating.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff from 4 or 5 years ago that are still new to people today.
Yeah, and then a lot of people take what I do online and then go monetize it on their other channels. So I wanted to limit to that as well. So yeah, I wanted to kind of limit people being able to use what I do on Facebook and Instagram, and then go put it on their pages and you know, get all the value from it.
Yeah. Now, I mean, what's the typical day of Charleston White like? I mean, I know you get up early, 6-7 a.m.
A typical day now is I'm bombarded with phone calls and emails for bookings. So yeah, most of my day is talking to people about bookings, sending deposits, wire transfers. I get a lot of business proposals proposed to me. Spend a lot of time on the phone between my manager and my agent, Eric Young. So it's a day of like customer service, damn near. Nigga being on the phone all day long. Then it's coming home to rest. Nigga might be home for 2 or 3 days and then back on the road for 3 or 4 days. So mainly nigga trying to stay rested, cause that's what make a nigga old fast. Yeah, that's where them health problems come in. That nigga not getting no rest. So nigga, I try to stay rested.
And then I know, like, everywhere you go, people notice you. Whether if you're gonna go get food, airport, haircut, it's like you never really get you time.
No. I don't hardly get no you time no more. So I make sure I get some you time.
But hasn't it got old yet, or is it still something that keeps you going? Cause you're human. I know some days you don't want to be bothered.
It's getting old, nigga. Some days I don't want to be noticed. Yeah, nigga. Some days I walk out the house, nigga. I don't want to be bothered. But shit, it's too late for that. Nah, nigga. Some days I don't want.
Nigga, put a shiesty on. Nigga.
I ain't gonna say I don't want to be Charleston. But nigga, I don't want to be recognized. Yeah, nigga. Someday I just want to slide in the store and slide out and not say nothing to nobody. And that's impossible now. But nigga, even when I don't feel like being bothered, I still appreciate it. Yeah, nigga, even when I feel like a motherfucker getting on my nerve with this shit, and they take one picture, they say, okay, well now this picture don't look right. Let's take another one. And they say, no, this one don't, and I'm trying to leave. Nigga, I still appreciate it. Yeah. So it don't get old. It's just that a nigga human, and at times, nigga, I want space and I don't want to be bothered. Sometimes I be on the phone with my mother, with my daughter, and the motherfucker stand right there and wait, and I be like, "Hey, I'm on the phone." You know what I'm saying? Nigga, they don't be getting it down.
Cause I was in New Orleans, man, and probably about 4 or 5 people came up and was like, "Man, when that new Charleston dropping?" I'm like, I said, I know Charleston gets tired of that, man, cause I mean I love it, but it's just like at the end of the day, you know, for safety reasons, you don't know who is who, you don't know who's a friend or a foe, you don't know. It's just, you know, sometimes you just want that peace of mind.
Yeah. Sometimes I want to be unnoticed.
Yeah, you just want to be a ghost. Just go do your thing.
Yeah. But shit, nigga, them days long gone. So I just find ways to appreciate it. Motherfuckers get excited to see me.
Now you're all over the internet right now. I guess. Well, Shannon Sharp just did an interview with Gilly. Shannon Sharp asked him about his son that was killed. And then your name came up. Yeah. And then Gilly said that, you know, he doesn't accept your apology. And, you know, you're only known for coming at people who put in work. You haven't put in no work. And
Gilly don't know what the fuck he talking about. Yeah, Gilly a weenie to me. I don't really never have liked him. Nigga, he was a ghostwrite nigga for Cash Money. He wasn't known for rapping. I'm really known in my city, not just in my city, in my state. Nigga, I'm really known for working in the community with children. Starting, nigga from J.D. Hall Learning Center, speaking to Sam Houston, metro, mid-level. So I actually taught classes in these independent school districts. Not only have I actually taught classes, nigga, I had after-school programs that was used and adopted by the Texas Juvenile.
That's what I can say. See, if you do your history and your research on Charleston White, he was already doing like that. See, this is the thing with Charleston White. He was trying to be positive at first, and then he was getting shit done in his city and shit when he had the dreads. If his old footage is old before he was trolling and shit. It's old shit. You know what I'm saying? So he has been doing shit. I still think he's a disrespectful motherfucker when he want to be. But he has been Gilly. I think Gilly just don't like him because he said the shit about his son, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying?
Justice Department. Not only did they use my curriculums in my programs, nigga, I used to train the state of Texas juvenile workers who actually work for the Texas Juvenile Justice Department. Not only did I train the state's juvenile workers, homie, they used to use my facilitators manuals in curriculum to train county probation departments. My organization, Hyped About Hype, Youth Outreach, and HYPE is an acronym for helping young people excel. For several years was highly recommended to all 254 counties throughout the state of Texas by the Texas Justice Juvenile Department. So for him to say, I'm not known for anything, I'm not known for anything for rapping and entertainment. But nigga, prior to coming to the internet, nigga, I'm known as the frustrated, angry community nigga who fought not just with the gangbanging niggas. Nigga, I fought the police when I thought the police was wrong. I would go downtown. Niggas, at least for 2 years straight, nigga, I was at every city council meeting, speaking and advocating for issues in the black community. For what, three years straight at Eastfield Police Training Academy, homie. I would train the United States Department of Homeland Security Human Trafficking Division, the first responders that was dealing with human trafficking. So I did that for 3 years straight. Nigga, I've worked with over 50. I've literally worked with over 50 U.S. congressional members, from Ted Cruz to Senator Mark Rubio, John Cornyn. So nigga, I done worked with over 50 U.S. congressional members to get a juvenile life without parole abolished in this country. I've been on the front page of the American Bar Association Journal. I've done a national study in partnership and collaboration on fatherlessness and its effect in America on black youth. So I've actually done a study with the School of Journalism, the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism out of Phoenix. So nigga, all this is documented. I have an amicus brief that was sent to the Supreme Court with my name on. He just hating. But the reason the bitch ass nigga hating is let me just say, when I apologize, I sincerely apologize because he and I have mutual celebrity friends. And on behalf of Jason Lee, you know, I got a lot of respect and admiration for Jason Lee. And so on behalf of Jason Lee and out of respect for our mutual friends, I gave a sincere apology on Hollywood Unlocked. Now, whether he accepted or not, nigga, that's on him. I didn't play for the nigga to accept it. I didn't apologize for him. Nigga, I apologize for me. So whether he accept that or not. But one of the contrasts that what I wanted to make is, this is why I align more with the Christian belief system rather than the Muslim, the Allah. Gillingham is Muslim, Allah. When I look at the Muslim Allah niggas, most of them niggas are angry, resentful, unforgiving. Muslims are not very forgiving people. The Christian people are very forgiving. Turn the other cheek. So let me just give you an example. Nigga, I said some horrible things about Gilly's son because he said some horrible things about me. Not only that, the nigga threatened to put his hands on me. Remember, I sent you the DM when the nigga threatened to slap me because I spoke in an interview about the Pop Hunter kid. It was him and his son who exposed the Pop Hunter kid for snitching, right? This is after he done had King Von and Lil Durk on $1 million worth of game. They singing Lil Durk lyrics. They not shaming Lil Durk and this nigga for smoking on Tuka and King Von for smoking on Tuka. They was actually celebrating King Von and Lil Durk. Sung some of the lyrics along with him. They didn't chasten them niggas. So here come the kid Pop Hunter who released the song Corvette, Corvette. He had Lil Uzi Vert on there. It was Gilly and his son who came out and said, hey, this guy is a snitch. He snitched when he was 14 years old on a murder with his mama. I'm saying, goddamn, nigga, you gonna put the street codes and the no snitching down on a nigga when he a kid with his mama? This was Gilly and them doing this. So when I spoke out about it on your Say Cheese TV interview, that nigga jumped in my DM and said, do you got a problem, Goofy? When I see you, I'm gonna slap you. So I'm like, this nigga threatened to put his hands on me? Nigga, you got me up, nigga. So that's where the beef started. I never knew who he was. I never knew nothing about Gilly the Kid or Gilly the King, whatever he called himself. I never knew he existed until then. He done that interview. So I'm saying, how can you niggas just celebrate and upholding the gangster culture? I came out attacking and trying to shame the gangster culture and got a lot of pushback from guys like Gilly the Kid, Steven Jackson. I got a lot of pushback because they went with the King Von smoking on Tuka. And I'm saying, man, I done talked to Tuka mama. I done met Tuka mama. So that's where the clash come from. So when his son died, nigga, from what I understand, his son was a street nigga playing street. From what I understand, nigga's son was a street nigga playing street. So, you know, that's what come with the streets. So I said some horrible things about that nigga's son. Nigga said some horrible things about me. So I made a public apology. Let me just make a comparison. This is why I admire the Christian. Look at Woody. Woody went Christian, Jesus, Bible, church. All these other niggas talking assalamu alaikum, mosque, no pork, none of that. Nigga, I said some horrible things about Woody mama and Woody daughter. Nigga, Woody was very forgiving. Woody was very forgiving, homie. So that's what warmed my heart about the nigga, homie. That's how I know he's sincere about really giving his life to the Lord. Me and this nigga had a long talk. Woody is very sincere about dedicating and really submitting his life to the Christian belief system, homie. So he was very forgiving. And I probably said even more horrible things about his daughter and his mother than I said about Gilly's dead son. So
yeah, but Gilly's probably, I haven't had a brother or a sister that passed. I don't think you have. So no. Gilly's probably going through something that we don't even know how that feels.
From what I heard, nigga, he wasn't really connected deeply with his son. He got another son he don't have nothing to do with. Nigga, that's just talk. But if I'm mourning and going through something, homie, yeah, I ain't bringing it to the internet. Yeah, if I'm mourning and going through something, I ain't bringing it to the internet. But I understand, homie. I ain't never lost a child. Couldn't imagine losing a child and burying my boy. But if my boy was playing gangster, then nigga, it is what it is.
Did you watch this interview?
No, I ain't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it though. Yeah, your motherfucker been sending it to me. And then, nigga, I done been in Philly and been invited to do community work in Philly. So I did it. Remember, homie, I would go do the partnership with the trash pickup in Philly with me, you, Big Reed, and some more community leaders out there in Philly, homie. That was just for me riding through Philly, seeing how much trash was on the block. So now, I done been invited to speak at the Mike Scott Youth Study Center in Philly. It's just that the director of the youth center, he was more focused on meeting me as a celebrity than me coming in and talking to the kids. So, nigga, I challenged Gilly, nigga, what y'all done other than just talking? You nigga got sponsorships, endorsement deals. Nigga, I ain't got none of that. But I started from the bottom, working in the community. That's how I became viral. World Star Hip Hop had posted community activists snitches on Ford Trade Gangster Crips. That's what the headline. That's how I went viral. Community activists taking on the Crips and the Bloods. That's how I became known. So I don't know what that nigga talking about.
And I think it's more valid too that, you know, after you blew up as who you are today, a lot of old clips of you at the courthouse and you know, community stuff came out on its own.
Yeah, homie. So I've literally worked on a lot of capital murder, and murder cases by way of a partnership with Shannon Ross Criminal Defense Mitigation Firm. So I partnered with one of North Texas most well-known capital murder defense attorneys, a guy by the name of Mitch Nolte. I've actually interviewed him on my podcast once before. So I've literally partnered with a lot of white attorneys in mitigation specialists to help alleviate long sentences for young black males. So all this is documented. It's just when I came to the internet, the persona took off so big and propelled me so much out into the world that what I was doing online became so viral. It began to in the search engines, it began to supersede what I was actually doing in the community. Because when I was actually doing in the community, I wasn't cussing. Nigga, I had a bow tie on, my shirt tail was tucked in. I was very articulate. I didn't smoke weed in front of the camera. I didn't use the word nigga. So those videos hardly got any views. Those videos didn't really start getting views until I started getting big on the internet and people started Googling and seeing that there was another side to the persona. He got stuck on a persona. But nigga, Wallow don't do a motherfucking thing for nobody, nigga. Them niggas ain't doing nothing in Philly. Them niggas ain't putting nobody on.
I think Wallow does go to prisons and things like that, and he does a lot of
They do a lot of talking. They do a lot of talking. I actually do a lot of public speaking too. But nigga, I did a lot of work in the community, feeding, clothing, sheltering, showing up in courts, visitation rooms. So I just wasn't giving presentations, homie. I was putting my own money back off into the community, homie. When kids got out of the juvenile detention center, I was partnering with Miss King, a lady who actually been working in the juvenile detention center here in Dallas County for almost 30, 35 years. I was partnering with her when the kids got out of Medlock juvenile facility, taking them over to Boss Talk shop, nigga, putting new clothes on them. So I was even doing that, nigga, when I started working on the internet. Me and you done stuff. Me and Rainwater, we done went inside of high schools. Nah, homie, the murder changed me. We went and got Duck Mama, Tuka Mama, Mo 3 Mama. So, homie, ain't no in the rap world done that. They ain't went and got these niggas mamas. They been celebrating with the killers. So that's been my beef with Wallow and Gilly. You niggas ain't went and reached back to the real victim. You niggas been playing with the rappers, celebrating with the niggas. So, so for him to get on there and say that, and it's easily documented, homie. You can easily Google what I've done because it's documented. Your documentation beat conversation.
In the old video, you said that Gilly, because I guess Gilly has a no snitching policy as well. You said that it's kind of like hypocritical. Yeah, it is. And from what I've heard, the police, the Philly Police Department, haven't identified the young 17-year-old who got killed. They haven't identified him as his son's killer.
That kid hadn't been identified as Gilly's son's killer. That's Gilly just talking.
Mm.
Yeah.
The 17-year-old killer, allegedly, this guy, he had the highest score in his grade, really good at basketball.
Yeah.
His first video, that's what really got him killed. And they said he killed about 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah.
So this dude was really causing hell.
So they
Philly.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they say allegedly.
But yeah, man. I mean, this interview is big right now. Would you ever go on Club Shay Shay?
Yeah, man. We actually been trying to get on Club Shay Shay, but from my understanding is Ocho Cinco with me, but Shannon Sharp really don't fuck with me. They done brought me up and mentioned me several times on Club Shay Shay. Homie. I came into this metaverse world attacking the industry, going against the industry. Whether that's the football niggas, the basketball niggas that don't do nothing. During the Black Lives Matter shit, homie. So I come speaking against that. So it's hard for them niggas, like Shannon Sharp and them to embrace because niggas, they really the boulets. When you look at Wallow, Gilly, them niggas ain't the niggas, them the boulay niggas who the white folks pat on the back and prop up. Them ain't the real voice of the niggas. Them niggas ain't giving no real motherfucking game. Man, them can't homie. So I come standing on the shoulders of the people. That's why I ain't got no deal. That's why I ain't got no sponsorships. That's why, nigga, I've been clawing to get up this ladder. They been trying to kick me down, close the doors on me. Nigga, black celebrity hood, they hadn't embraced me. That's why I hadn't done the Breakfast Club. That's why you hadn't seen me on the Club Shay Shay. Nigga, that's why, because the elite blacks don't embrace me. I'm too real.
No, it's because of the foul shit that you said. And that's that's the same thing that old boy was talking about Academics that we was watching earlier, about Academics talking shit about Coyle Ray and who was the other person? Ice Spice, but getting mad when they don't want to do an interview with him. You talking shit about him. I know you can see, you saying it's just content. You saying the reason that you're doing this is because of this, but them people ain't looking at that shit like that. Them people's genuinely offended. Everybody is just like the Deshae Frost prank shit. Just cause you playing, everybody ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Just cause you cool and I'm really, and you wouldn't care, nigga. Them people don't like how you talk about them, Charleston. You know what I'm saying? Or they kids or whoever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's just something you gotta live with. That's just something you gotta live with, bro. It's getting him far, but everything has pluses and deltas, my niggas. And he right now he should have been on the Breakfast Club. He should have been on Club Shay Shay, but by being the type of propaganda or not the propaganda, but the way he says shit, and then you talking about specific people. He probably said some wild shit about Shannon Sharp before. Probably called him a punk and everything. You know how Charleston White be. And the nigga Charleston White, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't just overlooking that or just like willing to, which niggas can call it immature or too prideful or whatever, but I don't think I would be cool with that, bro. You have to give me a motherfucking. I wouldn't even want to do it, gang. Like,
I can go down the list of who all these niggas love. Homie, who all these niggas love got sexual allegations against them, violence against women, accusations against, whether that's Joe Budden, homie, all them niggas, homie. It ain't no smut on my name. It ain't no dirt. Them niggas ain't got no dirt on me, homie. No accusations, no allegations, no nothing. So it's kind of hard for them to sit down because I'm really too real for them. And if it gets serious and I have to step away from the online internet persona, what can go back and forth with me when I roll out my resume about what I really done? Now, once I quit playing and quit joking and talk about who and what Charleston White really is, motherfucking quiet. get quiet. You talking about years of community work without a grant. I never applied for a grant. I never got online and post my Cash App asking for money. I never sought out no donations, no nothing.
But nigga, in order to get that attention, you had to go say some wild, egregious, crazy shit. Like that was your payment. That was what you sacrificed. I'm gonna say some shit that's gonna be fucking up some people, but you feel me?
And straight to the people. Because I understand if I'm speaking for this group of people, then this group of people need to be supporting me. So now I found out a way to be supported by the community, extorting the street. Now I literally came into the game extorting street drug dealers, gangbangers, threatening to call the police on you if you don't help me come do this. So nah, homie, so if I get serious, or that's why them niggas can't sit down with me. Give me a serious interview like Shay Shay did Gilly. I break the internet. There's an interview where me and Nick Cannon done. Homie, all he got to do is release that interview. Me and Nick Cannon done an interview in his cyber truck. And it got serious talking about what and who I really am and what I do in real life. Homie, that'll kill everything. But for whatever reason, they won't release it. For whatever reason, Nick Cannon didn't want to release it, my nigga. But nigga, it's one of the most positive interviews. But now, them niggas, it ain't too many black celebrities that can stand next to me, homie, when we talking about what we done for the people.
This nigga Charleston ain't gonna never learn, man. I think he just in denial for real, for real. Like, nigga, you know what you did, bro. You know the shit that you be saying, bro. Everybody not gonna wanna fuck with you just because you got more popular and people seeing that you have another ulterior side to you that's positive. They don't give, they care about that shit you said about their kids, them, their wife, their son, whatever. You feel me? I appreciate y'all pulling up, bro. I'm about to get the hell out of here. I'm getting tired, my nigga. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in with the tap in, man. Y'all know the business. Everybody on the kick, Twitch. Um, what else? In the YouTube, man. Y'all know the scope, man. Have a good rest of your evening. No gang or no gang, and we out this bitch.